Here's to champagne, the drink divine that helps us forget all our troubles. It's made from $1 worth of wine and $3 worth of bubbles. Hi, my name is Mary Ross. I'm one of the sommeliers here at the Chopping Block in Chicago, and I teach wine classes including the Italian Renaissance of wine, how to bluff your way through wine, and of course, several classes on my personal favorite beverage, champagne and sparkling wine. Now, of course, champagne and sparkling wine is associated with festivity and celebration, and the sound of the popping of a cork is very often a signal that the party is starting. However, when that cork pops and, sometimes the wine foams out, well, the bubbles are going with it. Now, you've paid good money for those bubbles, so why lose those bubbles? On a more serious note, the bubbles create pressure inside this bottle. And when this cork is removed, and if it gets away from you, as it very often does, even with trained sommeliers, this cork goes flying at 50 miles an hour. Now imagine being hit with something that's moving at 50 miles an hour. We want to avoid that. So in this video, I'm going to give you the procedure for safely opening a bottle of champagne or sparkling wine. Now, first of all, you want your bottle to be icy cold, and that will help prevent the cork exploding out. Also, you always want to have a cloth with you. It can be a bar towel, it can be a cloth napkin. At the very least, it could be a paper towel. That's better than nothing. But really, a piece of cloth is best because that's going to slow down this cork if it turns into a projectile. Okay, so the first thing we want to do is we want to remove the capsule. Now, sometimes that's a little easier. I will say, if you're taking your Master Sommelier exam, don't put this on a table, which I am going to do. Thank goodness I've passed those exams. So you want to look for, as I say, sometimes this is easier than others, but you want to remove this capsule. There we go. And then this goes into your apron or into the garbage can. And so now you see this wire cage and this tab. Once this cage is removed, this bottle is like a little hand grenade ready to go off. So from now on, I'm going to do everything underneath this cloth. And my assistant here is going to maybe do some close-ups. I am never going to take my hand off of this cork. So you can see this tab. I pull down the tab and I untwist the tab, all the time holding on to the cork. Alrighty? Now I'm going to pick up the bottle with the cage and I'm going to look for some place that if the cork gets away from me, it's not going to do any damage. I'm going to point it right up into that corner. So holding on to the cork with the cage, I'm going to turn the bottle, not the cork. You see my hand is holding the cork and I'm turning the bottle. And now the cork is doing its job. It's coming out of the bottle and I'm kind of pushing back. And so what I want to hear is, just a little pop. You see, I'm holding the bottle at an angle because that lets a little bit of the gas out without all the wine and the bubbles flowing out. Now, of course, then you can just discard this cork and the cage, and you're ready to pour. Now, as I always say at the end of my wine classes, Benjamin Franklin wrote a wonderful treatise in which he says, wine is proof that God loves us and wants us to be happy. So I want to wish you all, through all your celebrations, happiness, good wine, and good health.